Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen up your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning into great days. Okay, so let's get right into this. I tried filming this and it got disrupted already. So let's get back into this. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be talking on not living goal oriented or living according to any type of goal, not having or keeping any type of outcome in your mindset, and not living according to any type of destination. Okay, and I'm going to go into why you don't want to live this way and why letting that mindset go is going to allow you to bring in higher states of being and wealth for yourself. Okay, so let's get right into this. So, to begin, you don't want to keep any type of immediate goals or outcomes within your mindset. Okay, you don't want to have any type of destinations because goals, outcomes, destination, endpoints in themselves are only limiting in their nature because they are very linear in their conception. Okay, so goals, destinations, and outcomes they are all linear. They all come with starts. They come with the beginning. They come with the opposites. Okay, but they also come with limitations because they're limiting. So what I mean by this is that whenever you have an outcome, whenever you have a destination in your mind, and whenever you are living in accordance with any type of goals, you are only keeping yourself away from you're only keeping yourself away from being, from your center. Okay, and it's very important to live in your center and live in your being. Otherwise you get deeply entangled within the process of life. Okay, so whenever you have a goal, right? Quick example, very simple example. Whenever you have a goal, you expect yourself to attain this goal, right? If everybody is on the same wavelength with this, if you have a goal, let's say you want to do something, you're going to expect that goal to be achieved, and you're gonna most of the time do whatever it takes to achieve that goal, right? But this is a very it's a very linear way of doing things, only because there's a much better, more fluid way of doing things. It's very simple to go from point A to point B and achieve a goal. Yes, that's true, but whenever you have a goal, it limits you because it brings expectations, and whenever you start expecting something and it doesn't work out for you because of something that you weren't able to factor in or calculate, then you fall into a state of entanglement and lower vibration and maybe even like suffering, and this is karma. You get caught in cycles of karma because you have within your mind a certain goal, or even an outcome or even a destination. And this is what goals and outcomes and endpoints and destinations bring to you, because they come with things like expectations. You expect to attain that goal, and you even can at times expect how the taste of achieving that goal is going to be for you, but you don't actually know because you haven't actually achieved it yet. So it's just a projection in a way. Having goals and having outcomes and even destinations are just projections, and they don't exist. And whenever you start fixating your mind on them, and whenever you start living in accordance with these, you're focusing on something that doesn't exist. You're focusing on a projection. It can be entertaining maybe, but it can also be very very entangling. And entanglement is literally it's suffering. You don't want to always entangle yourself with something because you can get stuck. Once again, in karma, you can get stuck in cycles of karma. But even then, at that point, if you're getting stuck in cycles of karma when you're trying to attain a certain goal or reach a certain outcome, that cycle of karma can teach you something about where you were previous to falling into those cycles of time or karma. So then you can maybe even at some point learn that maybe it's not the best to keep goals in your mind, because it's really not the best to keep goals in your mind. More so, you want to forget about goals. You want to forget about outcomes, and you want to forget about destinations, because it's not about the start or the finish, or it's not about the beginning or the destination. It's more so within the journey that you're actually getting the liberation that your soul needs, or even the progression that your soul needs. It's like it's chasing a golden goodie is what a goal is. And Alan Watts talks about something of golden goodie, where they keep a golden goodie, a type of image in our future that we strive towards, so that we can be caught in the cycle of Maya, or even cycles of karma. That's exactly what a goal is. Having goals in your mindset, or even outcomes or destinations, is the same thing as having some type of reward or prize or golden goodie for your striving or even your good deeds. It's not. It's just entangling. It's keeping you in a cycle of time. It's keeping you in a cycle of Maya, and it's keeping you in cycles of karma. So you got to understand that what would be best for us is to drop the leniency of goal mindset, and more so dissolve way into a deeper intelligence, which is one that is more passive in its nature. You can even call this feminine in its nature. Passivity. Let it go. You gotta let things go. You gotta let things be. Don't have a goal and don't strive towards anything ever, because this is a waste of your energy. Okay, because you don't actually know what is going to unfold as you're striving towards a goal, or trying to achieve some type of outcome or destination. Many things can happen within that point A, point B path of a leniency. And those are the parts of it that you don't calculate, and that's what you really got to bring your presence into, the spiraling of it, or the circular path of it, not just a linear path of it. So forget about goal mindsets, and forget about outcomes and destinations, because they're only keeping you in stagnation when it comes to evolution, or just progression and growth on multiple different dimensions. Once again, you want to let yourself arise within a deeper intelligence, which would be one that is already knowing that goals are not the best to keep within your mind, because once again, it's entangling to have goals or outcomes. So you then can become more passive. You start becoming more passive. Then you start letting it go. This is what you really need. You need to let any type of goals or any type of outcomes or destinations go in complete, because this is when you're gonna be able to allow yourself to be. And whenever you're then allowing yourself to be, you can then start coming back into your center. You can start aligning with the universe on multiple different dimensions, not just physically. And I want to say it takes sacrifices too, because you got to sacrifice a goal. You got to sacrifice goal. You got to sacrifice outcomes. You got to sacrifice your desire of attaining to some sort of destination. But desire is literally bringing you out of a state of kingship, or a state. It's bringing you desires bring you out of a state of peak wisdoms. Because whenever you're desiring something, you are entangling yourself further in Maya. And then whenever you let it be, whenever you forget about whatever you're desiring, you can then follow up with your wisdom that you have already attained to, maybe in previous lives or even in this life. And this is where progression starts to arise, and you can start evolving at accelerated rates, which is what we all need. We don't really need goals, because your goal may be of a lower intelligent, of a desire even, and that may not be what you actually need for yourself. It's just something that you want, so then you got to let it be. Forget about goals, forget about outcomes, forget about destinations, and just let it be. Let it all go. Let all that go, and remain passive. Just let it go, and then you can become more aligned with the universe. You can come into your center, and it's the center that you need to live within, because within the center is where you're going to come back into a state of wholeness. Okay, center is being holy. Okay, or whole with everything. Okay, because at that point you are going to then dissolve away any destination or outcome or goals. Okay, so then you start arising in your center once again. You are then letting go. You're letting something of a higher intelligence decide the flow of your life for you, and this relieves a lot of energies that you were using to strive towards something that was only entangling you. If that makes any sense. It's like you were using a tremendous amount of energy to do a lot of these things, and it wasn't actually what you needed. More so, it was only entangling you on a bigger picture. So if once you let all that go, all that energy that you're using on whatever it was that you're trying to attain, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, or whatever outcome you're trying to produce, is then freed up, and all that energy, it comes back to you. And then you have all of that energy that you were previously using, and then once you are able to harness all that energy once again, a magic starts arising within you. And this magic is going to start allowing you to attract whatever it is that you actually need in your life. And it comes with letting go. It comes with letting it flow, letting it go, letting you become more passive. This is femininity as well. Okay, femininity is passivity in comparison or contrast to like objectivity, which is masculine. And objectivity is linear. It's more goal oriented. From what we've known of it, or what we've been taught of it. So you want to become more passive. You want to let go. You want to let the higher intelligence of things decide the flow of your life, because it knows what is going to be best for you. You don't know. You're just a little ego. But once you start aligning with the higher intelligence or the universe or God once again, by letting all of that go and freeing your energy up, then you're gonna be able to start making more progressive decisions for yourself. But you need to let it go. You need to just forget about it. Just be. Don't do anything. Don't act on anything. Don't get entangled into karma. Because there's the whole thing is that you're doing so many things. And they keep people like this. They're conditioning people. They're programming people to continuously most of their day do something or act. Just continuously acting and doing something, doing, and you can do the most. You can do the most, and you can still not be where you want to be, and this is like a goal oriented mindset. This is like chasing some type of golden goodie, and you're wasting energy in that way. There's a much smarter way of doing things, and it's of a passive way. You don't have to actually go out and strive for things all the time, because you can find yourself in cycles of entanglement, karma, because you're doing things, and then you get entangled, and then you try to do something else to get yourself out of that entanglement that you found yourself within, and then that action to get yourself out of the entanglement from your previous actions only gets you further entangled. So it's the acting, it's the doing, it's the karma that is getting us more entangled, and it's only constricting our energetical systems, and it's binding us up, in systems that we can't even see with the eyes, so people don't even know how to fix it. But it can all be dissolved, the entanglement, by just letting go, letting it be passive, just be, and this is gonna bring you more joy. You can work all day, 24/7, 12, 16 hours a day, for like tons of money, but maybe it's not the most joyous thing for you. Maybe it's killing you fast, so you can like maybe cut that in half or do something like that, and bring more joy into you from being able to free up that energy, and that energy is going to keep you in more joyful states, more youthful states, and this is going to actually allow you to be of a more whole nature as well. And this is coming back into the center. Okay, once you start getting rid of outcomes, or not living with an outcome in mind, then you can start living, you come within yourself. Outcomes are coming out of yourself. This is why it's called an outcome, once again, because whenever you're living with an outcome in mind, you're coming out of your center. You're coming out of your center, and this is why it is an outcome. You're chasing something that is outside of yourself. This is an outcome. And whenever you get rid of outcomes, or whenever you start living, whenever you stop living in accordance of an outcome mindset, then you can switch the outcome to income. Okay, because as you let it go, as you become more passive, and as you just be, you then start coming into yourself. You start coming back into your center, because that energy that you were using on things that was entangling you is returning to sender, and this is coming back into yourself, because you are energy, and everything is energy. This is the truth of it. So you start coming into yourself, and this is what income is. As you start coming into yourself, once again, you start living in center. You're going to find some healthier sense of income. You're going to find a healthier sense of income for yourself, and this wasn't only decided by you, but it was decided by a higher intelligence. Okay, and incomes we see as money. You call you call your yearly or your annual salary an income. This is my income, because energy is money. Okay, and money, we call an income, or we call money an income, because it's a coming in of energy. We're pulling in energy, and we're coming within ourselves, because we are that same energy. And this is what an income is. An income is a stream of energy, a current of energy, a currency. Okay, current sea, current of energy, currents of the sea of energy. Okay, this is what money is. But money and energy are one and the same. Whenever we use our money, we're paying people to use their energy for something. If you want a house, you give construction carpenters a certain amount of money, and they use their energy to build you that house. You're using your energy to get those carpenters to use their energy to build the house. It's not the money isn't building the house. It's not, the money isn't the worker. The money is just the tool. It's not, it's barely a tool too. It's more of a measurement, or a type of, its type of measurement, or like a symbol maybe even. But what is really being used is that energy. The money doesn't build the house. The money doesn't pick up wood. It doesn't do any of that. That's what people do. People are using energy, and it's the energy that is the true money, the true currency. So you got to understand that income is energy, and money is also energy, you know. So let go of outcomes, and then you can switch to an income. You come within yourself. You come into center where there's infinitesimal amounts of energy, infinitesimal amounts of money. Coming into center is also where you're going to realize God. God is found within the center of the circle. And the circle is literally at the center. You can find your center in the heart chakra. Okay, the singularity point. You're gonna find God here. You're gonna find infinitesimal amounts of energy, and energy is everything. So you start coming into yourself. You start generating more of an income for yourself, more of a healthier state, and then and this comes from letting go of outcomes, letting go of goals. You don't need any of that. That's just entangling you. That's karma. I'm not saying to avoid incomplete, like maybe having one goal, but don't fixate your mind purely on goals, because they're very entangling, and there's a much better way of doing things, and it involves being passive. It involves letting go. It involves being rather than doing. Doing is karma. Being is liberation and enlightenment. Come within yourself, get an income going, and this is where you're gonna start generating more of a mysticism for yourself, or even more energy for yourself. And energy is money. The more energy you have, the more money you're able to generate for yourself. The more energy you have, the more you can do for yourself. But you don't immediately want to spend all your energy on action or doing, because you can get entangled, and then you can spread out your energy thin. So you gotta let some stuff go, and you gotta reorganize. You gotta cleanse, come into yourself, forget about some things, forget about a lot of things that are only killing you, or only giving you misery, bringing you into a mize state, and come into a wise state. Be more wise about things. Try and be more passive. Let go and be more. Don't do things, just be. Forget about things, don't do them. Just allow yourself to be, and you can come into liberation, on multiple different levels. You can free yourself up from mental entanglement, energetical entanglement, and physical fatigues, stress, worries, all of that. You can dissolve away by being more passive, of a passive nature. But it takes sacrifices. It may even take a lessening of your income. The income that you're getting now from whatever you're doing, you may have to even sacrifice like the amount of money that you're physically acquiring to make some sort of healthier decision for yourself. But in the end, it's going to benefit you more, because you're going to free yourself up to get even more of a healthier state going for yourself, which goes into your next lives, and then progression goes from there. You can't just live balls out, because all the time, because you can, like, if you're killing yourself in this life, you're gonna be accustomed to that in the next life, and then you're gonna mess up your whole tree of life in that way. So you got to go about things more wise. You can't really forget about misery, forget about what's bringing you misery, and just live within your wisdom. And it involves the sacrifices, it involves letting go, it involves being more rather than acting. Okay, don't act on things reactively. Respond to the situations at hand and where it is currently, presently, here and now, and then act according to your wisdom, what you already know, and what you understand very, very fluently and with clarity, because if you don't do that, then you're going to be reacting and you're going to fall into cycles of karma, and then on a scale involving your next lives, you're going to continue to live within a very, very slow state of evolution, and it's all for evolution at the end of the day. Before money, before any type of physical things, materialism, it's about evolution, for each and every one of us. Okay, so let go of things, come into the now, be more present, bring in more presence, come into center once again, and come into yourself, generate an income for yourself. Okay, currency, currents of energy. Okay, and you're gonna find that is a better decision for yourself. Okay, a healthier decision for yourself when it comes to your next lives and even your previous lives, because they're all causally affecting each other. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Once again, I hope you all did enjoy. Peace out, one love, and have a great afternoon.